What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video at JDH Aquatics, where we do anything aquariums related in my apartment while I'm in college. Speaking of college, I always say that in my introductions. This week was actually my first week back at school, and you guys might be wondering, what do I go to school for and maybe how much longer I have? If you guys aren't curious, then just go ahead and skip ahead. But I am going to school for marketing, and I've got about 2 years left. I am a little bit older for my class. I took a couple of years off to work, but I am going back to school to get my bachelor's, so that's what I'm in school for. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into a quick update on what's going on in the reef corner. I would say everything is coming together pretty well. We've got all of the tanks, of course, filled up, and 2 out of the 3 of them are finished cycling. So of course the 38 gallon has been set up, but with the 3.7 gallon, we've got a finished cycle in that tank. We do have a small cleanup crew of 2 snails and 1 cleaner shrimp. And of course, the seeded media that we took out of the 38 gallon and put into the 3.7 gallon, I'm pretty sure that's why this tank is running so well. You guys might have noticed that we did switch up the lighting over the macroalgae tank. So we are running a single par 38 bulb that's just mounted into like a Home Depot light fixture, and that's just ran under the side of the stand. It's a 12 or 16 watt bulb, I believe, so it's about the same wattage as the grow light that was already there, but I thought switching over to a little bit more of a blue light would be better for the dragon's breath macroalgae. Since the Cheta was doing fine under the white light, I think we needed something different for the dragon's breath, but we'll see how it does over time. We are still, of course, feeding the macroalgae tank since there is a shrimp in there, so we are trying to get that nutrients up. I think that's the main factor of why the dragon's breath is wilting. So we're trying to track that down and up the nutrients on this tank. As for the 20 gallon, like I said, we are still in this cycling process for this tank. We do see diatoms on the sand as well as the rock, so there is something going on there. And the cleanup crew that we added is still doing good. We do need to test the tank this weekend. I'm going to test for, of course, nitrates, nitrites, ammonias, and then I'll even test for phosphates as well. I know I had a couple people in my comment section asking what was the ammonia source that I used for the cycling process. We ended up going with the single raw shrimp method as the ammonia source, and then for bacteria we added the Biospira, which I've showed in a couple of videos, but that is the bacteria source, along with a couple of sponges that we had in the 38 gallon. They were only in there for about a week and a half, so I can't imagine that they collected too much bacteria, but I'm sure there is a little bit on those sponges. I would say we've got about another week or so until the cycle is done. Like I said, we're gonna test this weekend to see what the numbers are at, but definitely sometime next week we're gonna do a big water change on this tank, and it should be good for its first fish. I'm still contemplating what to get, or even if I should get a fish, but if we do, it's gonna be a single guy and something very small. I'm not sure if I've put it in a video yet, but we also did switch up the lighting on the 20 gallon. So we had the 2 Aquanite LEDs up top, the 30 watt 3 puck fixtures from Amazon that I've kind of sworn by for the past couple of years. But with the new addition of the Newsight K7 Pros over the 38 gallon, I only saw that it was fitting to put a K7 Mini over the 20 gallon. The K7 Mini versus the 2 Aquanites, it's the same wattage, so a single K7 Mini is 60 watts versus the Aquanites are 30 watts each. So collectively that would be 60 watts. So same intensity, same wattage. Of course the spread is gonna be a little bit more narrow on the single puck K7 Mini, but I'm trying to match the spectrum as best as I can as well to the 38 gallon that we have set up right next to it. And lastly, for the 38 gallon, I would say in general this tank has been doing good. We just had our 6-month anniversary or 6-month update on this tank since it's been set up. We haven't added anything new in here, and we probably won't for a little while until we get the 20 gallon filled up with some more LPS corals. One thing I am contemplating is fragging up a little bit of my green Signalaria and putting some of it into the 3.7 gallon so that we have just a little bit more of color and diversity in that tank. As for the fish in the 38 gallon, everything is doing good as well. We still have the parrot clowns, the 2 chromis, and the anthias, and everything is eating good. We still have the cleaner shrimp and the urchin, as well as a bunch of snails in there. Even as for plants, everything is doing good. We ended up taking out some of the gravel in this little paludarium, if you want to call it that. We just have a spider plant in there along with another thing that I actually don't even know what the name is. I know it's kind of a process waiting for the cycling to finish, and it took me long enough to fill up the 20 gallons, so it's been a while that we've been waiting to see this thing set up. But I want to say we've only got maybe a week or two left until we can maybe put a piece of coral in here. I'm still scared of putting my 2 prized possession LPS corals in there, but at some point we got to do the transition. We just have to keep testing and make sure that everything is okay, and eventually we're going to do a very big water change to get this thing all cleaned up. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just a quick update to get you guys caught up on what's going on in the corner. I feel like I film all the time and I really don't have a plan or a path of when I'm gonna post stuff. So sometimes I'll post something before I needed to, and you'll end up seeing it before I needed to post another piece of content. So regardless, just wanted to give you guys a quick update and get you all caught up. With that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.